Shame we can't open that one.
What is up, YouTube and all my fish keeping friends? How is everybody doing out there in Fish Tank Land? Hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, we're once again here melting from the heat wave. I'm sure you guys are also experiencing that. I kind of took an off shot today and was like, it looks so chilly out. I'm going to wear a sweater. That'll be cozy. But
No, we started that way. Yeah, I'm sweating. We thought it was going to be cool. I have all the windows open and came back up here thinking it was going to be cooler in here when we started to stream.
the
And nope,
lights.
it's really hot. Well, yeah, I had them off for a while, but let's see. Let me check out the chat. Let's see everybody up in the chat. There was a lot of people up in here to start with. Let me get up to the top. Mr. B, thank you. Pardon me. Ooh, I'm having an energy drink. It's a little bit of energy drink. Mr. B, thank you for everything you do over there on the FishTuber notification Facebook page there. It's really, really awesome. So it looks like next up, because we're looking at all that, I guess Blake's Aquatics is going to go next, so that's good. William Jansen, thank you for all your support. Throwing all the links first up in the chat. What's up? We have Jason from Redfish Bluefish. Good to see you up in here. I loved your interview the other day with Jim Carmark. That was really cool. I loved his stories. He's got lots of experience, lots of years in the jungle in South America and other parts of the world. That was really cool. I look forward to seeing him on your channel again. Do another interview with him, definitely.
I really enjoyed his perspective on the hobby in general.
Yeah.
There's tanks. Like, it's very much father fish, but with his own take. I think a lot of people should watch that. It was really good content.
Definitely. So I'm assuming that the audio is good over here. It looks like everything is good. I don't know. My audio looks good. Yeah. Nobody's saying that the audio is bad, right? I'm looking through the chat. I heard my phone started to vibrate over here, and I don't know if someone's trying to get a hold of me, but my phone is not near me. Amber's got her phone, though.
Yes.
But let's just check out everybody up in the chat to see everybody that's here in the beginning. But definitely check out Jason's interview with Jim Carmark. That was really cool.
Yes. Blake is not going today. It's going to be King and Queens.
It is. Okay. Because I was reading the messages back and forth, the comments back and forth on the Facebook page today, and I didn't get the final on that. Okay, so we have Chattanooga Ed. Good to see you over in here. Dan Slee, how are you? Thank you for the information the other day. I got to take a look at that. Got to do a little research. I don't have the legs locked on this, so you can put them on there. Just can't push. Let's see. Mikey M, how are you? Chevy Fish, what's up? Let's see, Sandy Daughtery, how are you? Good to see you here. Science Gal Aquatics, what's up, Carrie? How are you? Let me try to get down to the bottom of the chat. I don't know what I'm missing. Feel like I'm missing all kinds of stuff. Well, hope you guys are doing good. We are, the subject matter today is really just dreams and fish keeping. I think we all have different dreams, things we'd like to accomplish, things we'd want, different kinds of fish we'd want, different projects we'd like to do. We definitely have a lot of dreams. One of my goals in life is to live my dreams. It's something, Corvus Oskin, Joel also preaches that as well. A lot of people do, and Haley says, live your best life. I think it's really important to actually try to live out the dreams that you have, and I think that we're trying to do a good job of that. I think we try and give me a high five.
I didn't know.
I think. Well, I want to give her a high five. She's been busting her butt even in the backyard with the grow out tubs and all the racks that have been put together, and. To me, that truly is a passion project, and it's like we're fulfilling our dreams and fulfilling our passions, our passion projects.
I think anything that leaves you at 2 or 3 a.m. in tears because it's not finished yet, and you just have been working on it for so long, and you so desperately want it done. I think anything that you've done that for is considered a passion project, and those racks definitely brought me to tears a few nights.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. That's a lot of work.
I'm not a carpenter either. Like, I'm really not a carpenter at all.
No,
so.
You're not a carpenter. No, you're a beta fish breeder.
I love how you're laughing at me.
You're not a carpenter,
I know
no.
what he's doing. He's literally picturing in his head me putting together any, IKEA furniture.
Yeah. I finished. Well, never mind. Daryl Deemer, how are you? Good to see you up in the chat here. Good to see you today on a wonderful Sunday afternoon.
On. Painting is different than carpentry. My painting skills are terrible, and he saved my butt.
I had to finish the IKEA armoire in there.
Oh, that thing because I lost the nails.
You lost the nails, okay.
And I didn't
Alright.
think they were essential because the suggestion pamphlet didn't say that I needed them, but I also didn't read it, so.
Oh, I'm seeing what Jason wrote here. Living easy and purposely with balance is hard work, errantly. What did he say?
Am I right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to read. I
You
need to
need
read
glasses.
better. I need to read better. Rose Aquatics, how are you? Good to see you here. 44 Mad Guy, how are you?
Dan asked if I had to do it again, if I'd still build them instead of reusing prefab. Absolutely, because once I figured out like a cookie cutter way to make them, it wasn't that bad. But there's just a lot of like pre-drilling and going, oh, I didn't use the level for the. Of course, it's not level. Okay, let me redo that. It's more me just missing steps and being tired and.
Do you want me to get the other fan? I think we're both sweating already. We are sweating over here. You can't see it yet. I can see it on me. I feel it on me, and I can see it on her. I'm almost wondering if I get that one fan. No, the little white one.
Yes.
And I'll put it in here. I'll put it up there. But
I will go get it.
Because one of my beverage is over here. All right. Well, it's good. So good to see so many people have been here so early up in the stream. I'm curious what you guys have. What your dreams are. What your dreams are for in the fish keeping hobby. Things things that you'd like to do. I know the one thing that I told many people about. It's a far off. One of my bigger dreams is really to do some kind of like an educational like science center for young people, for youth, for everyone, for families, but more of like a non-for-profit kind of community science center with a lot of water-related like exhibits with different fishes and aquatic animals, turtles and other aquatic things like that, and then also reptiles, some snakes and stuff like that. I don't know, something like that would be really cool. It'd just be so cool for me to have that finished and to sit back and to see like a bunch of kids running through there and just like totally excited and enjoying the animals. And I don't know, to me that'd be so fulfilling to me to see young people getting inspired by nature and getting to see that, because I know that growing up, some of the coolest things I ever got to go see, some of those cool like science exhibits where you get to actually touch the animals and stuff.
So it's funny you mentioned that. Thank you.
Did I take some of your hair with me?
You're fine. It's still attached, so no, you just kind of snagged it up for a second.
Here.
So it's funny he brings that up because that's one of the first things I think we realized we had in common. Is that's another goal of mine, but it's more of selfish. I love kids. I actually am a certified animal educator. I love teaching kids about our world and getting them excited about critters. But I just want to live in Jurassic Park. I mean, again, it'd be cool to educate some kids along the way and have them enjoy it too. But really for me, it's just like, I want to walk out in a yard with pens of tortoise and like cages with monitors, but set up as like appropriate biotopes. And like tegus and all the other lizards that I cannot currently keep, but I love. And like a giant sturgeon pond, because I love sturgeon.
The sturgeon pond.
Yes, and they're endangered. Most people don't realize how endangered sturgeon are. But they're like,
You've told me many times.
dolphins.
You've told me many times that you actually want to.
I want to swim with them.
You want to be able to swim with your sturgeon, with your diamond sturgeons, with your dinosaurs.
Starry. I like starry sturgeons best.
Oh, okay. I've always wanted to build something very big where it's like a waterway, kind of like almost like a small little creek or river system where it spins and it turns. Maybe there's some waterfalls where like you could go up a level of stairs or two, like go to another level and see other stuff up there. But you create some like real rocks or fake rocks, and they have a waterfall that comes down and it kind of moves through the whole building, but the kids can kind of walk along the whole river system and get to see all different kinds of ecosystems along the way. That'd be so cool, and like plexiglass. I've always talked about like little plexiglass panels where like the kids can see from underneath of the water from crazy angles they would never normally get to see unless they were like in scuba diving equipment or snorkel masks and stuff.
They have that at the Echo Center.
Oh, when we were in San Francisco, you had to leave early, but there was some stuff like that there too where...
But I made friends with that one parrot, so it wasn't that bad of a trip.
Yeah.
Did you catch the super chat? From
No.
$5 from
$5 from
Chattanooga
Chattanooga Ed. Thank you so much, Chattanooga Ed, for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I do want to say thank you to all of my members that I have all there, to all of my moderators that help out in the chat, to all of my my Patreons. I've been trying to put out more content over on Patreon as well, and for those of you that watch me over on Instagram, or watch both of us on Instagram, we've been having a lot of fun on Instagram. We've been having fun with the camera.
I mean, to be fair, I've been enjoying Instagram for a while, and I wanted to make one of my goals for the month to do something Instagram worthy, like every day, like something worth taking a picture of, right? And I guess I'm realizing more and more that, like, I have a lot of stuff that goes on daily that I can take pictures and video of. I'm excited to get video of Monk.
What? Yeah, we haven't talked about Monk yet. I didn't even talk about him in the video that's coming out.
It's a her. I have a chipmunk. We have a lot of chipmunks around here, and there's a bird feeder above the front stoop that has, like, seeds that fall out of it. And there's one chipmunk that's super friendly, and she's got, like, a couple scars on her back, but she's really, really sweet. And it's gotten to the point where I can go out on the front porch. Like this morning I went out, and there was a chipmunk on the stoop kind of, like, looking around for seeds. And I said hi to it, and I did the little kissy noise, and it kind of looked at me and scurried away and looked at me. And then as I was making kissy noises at it, like telling it to come here, this other chipmunk popped out of a tree, ran over, scared the other one off, and, like, ran right up to my leg like, hi, food. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Monk. She's let me pet her, like, twice. And she doesn't... She's gotten to the point where she's figured out that my hand is not food, so she doesn't bite all the way down. She just does this little, like, tongue tooth, like, maybe it's food. No, it's not food.
I've had a couple of them get close to me, but they're not real. They know the difference between me and her, and they know that the food's coming from her. They can definitely tell the difference. So they're kind of like, see me, they're like, oh, nope, you're not that one. No.
We also have a next-door neighbor who's a smoker, a very avid smoker, so he's out there a lot. And the number of times he's gone out and seen me just crouched in my jammies on the front stoop, cooing at something and giving it food. I think he thinks I'm crazy.
Dan Slee's been talking to me about posting content. We need to have a little powwow, Dan, with the content posting and writing.
What did we say about you reading chat?
That I'm not supposed to read chat. Well, I'm not supposed to read chat. She just said, don't even try anymore.
Well, he can't listen and read at the same time. So I'm talking, I'm like, right? And he goes, yeah, you know what happened over here? And I'm going, oh my God.
Here's a good question. James Hand's asking, Amber, how is your garden doing? See, just like that. Hey, we gotta keep it going here. I'm listening.
Babe. The garden is going great. I can't believe how much everything's exploding. I should do a live stream from the garden this week. That would be fun, right?
A live stream from the garden on your channel?
Yes.
You try it well. Whenever you try to do something, I'm waiting. I'll be there. I'll be one of your moderators.
He doesn't believe me that I'm ever gonna upload again, even though I've been filming for a new series, a dramatic soap opera reenactment of the lives of my cichlids called Through the Pothos. It's gonna be good.
Okay.
I don't care if I'm not supposed to give it away. I'm giving it away. I've been filming this thing for a week now.
But the gardens are doing good. We have an update coming out tomorrow, so take a look at that. It's a little bit of an update. The gardens are in there as well, and all the other stuff we got going on in the backyard, and a little update on some of the different fishes in the living room. So look forward to check out that tomorrow. That's going to be out early too. For all of you that are staying up late, you might even catch it tonight because I'm putting it out super early. I just trying a different time, see what happens. Let's see. Go ahead.
Another thing that might amuse them that poor neighbor has seen me do is, speaking of Instagram and plants, this week I pulled all of my houseplants out to give them like a good water and shower the leaves and just get everyone washed off because plants actually breathe through their leaves. And that gentleman next door smoked an entire cigarette while he watched me lug out giant pots of plants and then line up my favorites for a family portrait.
Streetwise has a point there, though. I've mentioned this to her many times about the chipmunks and to not get too attached to them
Hey, he said he's
because
rescued
there's
them.
a few cats in the neighborhood. Well, yes. Well, if you get lucky to rescue them, but there's a few cats in the neighborhood. Some of
I
them.
know the cats in the
And
neighborhood.
then there's also just there's the dogs everywhere too.
What Joseph needs
And,
to remember about the cats in the neighborhood is I was TNRing them when I first came here, and at one point I had 2 of them give birth in the garage. I know them
Cats-
all. They are not going to go after Monk
Yes,
and
they
catch
will.
her.
Jason will back
They
me
are
up on
not
that.
going to catch Monk.
Jason will back me up on that.
They're
that,
not going to catch Monk.
Cats are one of the leading. They cause a lot
Oh
of
yeah, they
problems.
destroy wildlife,
Yeah.
like native wildlife populations.
Yeah, they get
but not
chipmunks
Monk.
every day.
No. Optimism is key here.
I'm just trying to make her just
The
keep.
power of belief. A cat's not going to get Monk.
But just okay. Yeah.
No.
Okay. Okay. Let's wait. Okay, no pushy on this. Let me lock these feet because we can't keep doing that because we'll push the camera and then watch out 1 second. Okay, we're good. Are we touching that yet? No, we're not touching the camera yet. Good.
But yes,
Okay.
I know the cat. I know cats are they are literally like God's perfect killing machine.
Yes.
But not Monk.
Not Monk. No. They will murder. Jason says.
They
Yeah.
will, but not Monk.
You never noticed, Streetwise never noticed that my lights match my logo.
Mhm.
And there's something else that matches tomorrow. And if somebody in the stream here can let me know what matches with my channel colors tomorrow in tomorrow's video, I'd be pretty interested if you can guess what that is. Do you know the answer to it? Don't say it out loud.
Oh.
You know what it is, right? Just say yes, but don't say
Yes.
it. Oh, okay. Good. Okay. Caleb's Aquatics, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. Rhett, how are you, sir? Good to see you here. Select Pets, welcome to the stream. We have Danikin Aquatics as well. Papa Shrimp, I meant to say hi to him as well. Chubbs Aquatics, welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. What do you say? Your hair, whose hair? Your hair.
Yes.
Yes.
That's in pigtails.
Pigtails today.
It's hot out.
It's hot. And yes, it's hot.
And cats are super cute as they do everything, including Murder Jason, but I still have very high hopes for Monk. Mainly because she already responds to kissy noises, and when I say up, she hops up on the front porch stoop, and I just want to feel like Snow White.
I hear you.
I literally just want to feel like Snow White. There's also a squirrel.
Rose Aquatics, I'm sorry, 1 second, and I'm not ignoring you, but Rose Aquatics, have a good Sunday. Thank you for popping in, appreciate that. She's heading out of here. The Aquarium Cowboy, how are you? Welcome to the stream. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh, just regarding some of the stuff we have up on Instagram. Now, there's some we've got some stuff we reveal it eventually here throughout content and stuff, but got quite a few cichlids that have spawned, and you've been getting really good at timing them and kind of pairing them and getting them to pair and kind of setting the mood. And so things are looking really good right now on the cichlid rack. And so, yeah. But there'll be fish available to... We got some fish to grow out now.
Good at getting the cichlids to breed. You should read the logs on how many
Oh.
spawns they had.
Okay, I'll read the logs. Anyways, so no, right now things are good. Is my point is right now there's a lot of everybody's happy in
And
the
I
fish
do want to
room.
say, with the pistos in particular, it's not me tooting my own horn when I say that. They're very similar to like angelfish in the sense of if you set them up properly and give them the right environmental conditions here and there, they'll spawn on a consecutive schedule. The Agassiz spawn every 14 days if I don't pull the male,
Right.
at which point they have to be repaired. But
Well, do you want to say what you did just with the last ones with the was that the Agassiz? No, that wasn't.
the McMaster, the 2 females,
No, where you took the male, put it with the new.
Yeah, the McMaster.
That was the yeah.
So I have an original pair of McMaster, and I held back because the male is very eager to breed, and he and his female have done very well for the last like 12 back-to-back spawns. We did lose the last ones due to treating for Hydra, but live and learn. I'm so grateful to have someone with a microscope here. But yes, the McMaster, they had spawned, and something about the heat. Pairs of Epistos down there that were sitting on eggs, and normally the female would just be a little sassy to the male. All the females were very aggressive, so males had to be pulled. Yeah. And I pulled the male McMaster, who female had been.
We had 3 tanks you had to do that too, right? Was it 3 tanks that night? 4 tanks that night? They're just like, pull them.
But they have eggs and fries, so, I mean, job had been done.
Yeah.
But the McMaster had been sitting on eggs for about 4 days, and the female was getting really aggressive with the male. Like, and it's not aggressive in the sense of she was causing damage, but more in the sense of he was getting annoyed, and he is 3 times her size, so I don't want him getting aggressive back. That would be
backlashing on
that would be bad.
Yeah.
So I pulled him, and I actually had a female from one of their previous spawns, from one of their very first pairings, that I had saved, and she's been getting fat for the last year. So I put them both into 20 high, and 2 days later we had eggs.
Like, would you say like 52 hours?
Yeah, it was like 51, I think.
Yeah, that was good.
But
you got a video of that on your Instagram page.
I have a video of the eggs. You have a video of when I first put them in the tank together. And the female was just like, I really want food. Can you please just give me some food? And the male's like violently dancing behind her and thrashing and slapping her with his tail. And he went into the tank and immediately found a cave and started wiggling in it. Like, all right, here we go.
And that's the cave that she picked. She ended up using was that. I mean, there was multiple options, but she ended up using that same spot. The cave, but it was the underside of that piece of like with Mapani driftwood.
And that's actually one to tangent for a second. That's digress on a tangent. Please.
Hi to Mike from Fish Tank. No, hold it. But don't forget, don't lose it. Hi to Fish Tank Barn and hold your tangent. Hi to Fish Tank Barn and Fish for Thoughts. Good to see you guys here. Go ahead. Your tangent about you got it. Should I hold it.
So Epistos. Common misconception in breeding Epistos is that they spawn within a cave, and they will. Most of the species that I have played with, and I've worked with 14 different species now, I'm pretty sure 14 counting the Borellii, they're pretty much all more inclined to spawn in the crevices of wood. So every single Episto tank that I have down there has a piece of Mapani wood and a cave, and I find 9 times out of 10, they'll lay the eggs on the piece of the wood, and the females will pretty much once every day, every other day, move the eggs to a new clean location on the wood, and then when they hatch, she moves them into the cave, and if you leave them with the mother, you can actually watch her, and I think you got it on video. The female will teach them where the cave is and how to like...
Or she tried taking them back to the coconut.
Yeah, the cave.
To the coconut. Well, there's...
I use coconut cuts as caves. That's pretty much what everyone uses.
Well, the cave is the cave. I mean, you were calling the underside of the...
I called it a crevice.
Oh, a crevice. Okay, sorry. Okay, we're... yeah, but the...
This is why you weren't allowed to read
She'll slowly take... we're watching her, it was just this morning, or it was yesterday? Was it this morning? And she'd just slowly work her way back, and they would follow her. She's very patient, and she totally guided her whole cloud back and like put them to sleep in the coconut. It's pretty cool to watch. Okay, let's see here. Pamela, how are you? 54 Punchy or Punchy Paints. Good to see you here. Welcome to the stream.
I still like Punchy Pants.
Punchy Pants.
It's sassier and it suits her.
I like Punchy Pants.
Pam is nothing if not sassy. We need to do another stream soon, and this time the internet's not going to crash, and if it does, I'm going to wake him up to fix it right away, because that was bull crap.
Chubbs Aquatics, thank you so much for saying that. We appreciate that. Like I said, I have a video coming out tomorrow. It's a little update of what's going on, a little bit what's going on in the house. Not everything, because I really didn't go into the basement, but...
Fish for Thought, Chris, who I've been watching his channel from the very beginning, mainly because
makes me laugh. You make me. You got me. He gets me. He makes
don't
me cry
get me
sometimes.
wrong. Your content has always been amazing, but I was in it in the beginning for the Minecraft. Anyone who puts their, you won't recognize it because
The
video
music.
games.
The music.
But yes, the use of Minecraft was always enjoyable. And I remember you had a betta that used to like sleep on your snail. He had a I believe it was like a gold mystery snail, or it might have been a nearite, and he had this betta that would like sleep on the snail. It was the cutest thing. But Chris just said he wants to get cockatoides for his ADA. Chris, I think you're actually fairly close to us, and we have those quadruple
that are growing
reds
out.
growing
How
out.
many do you have in there? It's about 20.
15.
Oh, okay.
So, if you're
Those
interested,
are the cockatoides, yeah.
we could give you a pair of quad reds.
They're quad reds, and you've got like 3 or 4. There's like at least 3 like males that are really like kind of alphas.
My main thing is I just want to see some of my fish in one of Chris's aquascape today.
There you go.
Like, please just take them. They'll have a really, really good life with you.
Oh boy.
But I mean, I want to say that is one thing that's really hard about being like, I'm supposed to be breeding fish as a business, but I'm also a hobbyist. So, I mean, I do like to give away fish to friends when I know that like their tanks.
It's very hard. For me, even plants, all of it. It's just like, oh, what you need. Okay, it's like I mentioned it in the video, but I don't think we talked about it in the live stream. But the gentleman that came by the house, there was a guy that was walking down the street with his groceries. And I didn't say this in the video, but we'll talk about it in the live stream. He was a little buzzed. Very nice gentleman, though. And, sorry, that's the only thing I want, that's kind of personal. But anyways.
He was having a day of day drinking and enjoying a stroll home from the grocery store.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So he leaves his groceries in the street. I think he just bought a new broom that was he's like left it in the street right in front of our house.
No, that was a walking stick.
No, okay. So, and then he came up and he's like, excuse me. He's like, I really can I talk to you? I was like, he's actually, I think he used some cuss words, but like, what are you really putting in all those aquariums? We have this wall of aquariums that are empty in the garage. No.
Let me say from my side of you, he's working in the garage on his desk and I just hear, hey, what are you doing? He's like, working on something. How's it going? Can I talk to you for a minute? And he's like, yeah, what's up? And the guy goes, so what in the bleep are you actually putting in all those tanks? And I'm sitting there going, uh-oh. What does the guy think we're doing wrong that we would be doing?
Yeah.
And he goes, well, fish. And the guy goes, no, really? What are you doing? Just like we're growing and breeding fish. And the guy goes, no crap. Well, I've been living here for 25 years. And I immediately was like, oh, okay. Because this is the kind of state where people want to know who they live next to, especially when they've lived somewhere for a while. So I pop my head out and I'm like, hi, I'm Amber. Do you want to see some fish? And yeah, now you can take over. From my perspective, it was very interesting to listen to.
No, but it was nice that she invited him in, so I let him in through the front door, and we showed him the living room, and he was totally blown away. And I swear, he literally did this little jump up and down thing. I mean, I know he had a little buzz, but he was like a little kid. He was so excited to see the tanks, and even mentioned how if my kids were still young, I would bring them over here to show them to this, and they would love this. And you could see the excitement and the joy. And
it's like the Boston Aquarium is what he said. It was very
and
nice.
then he was like, can you set me up with an aquarium?
No, before that, I want to say, he looks in the tank and he goes, oh, I know what that is. I had one of those. I had a tank years ago. It's an angelfish. It's a black angelfish. And then he looked in another tank and he's like, those are neon tetras. And actually they were a fish. It looks
they're green, neon.
Very close to me. But it was just so funny. And then he was telling us, don't forget the goldfish.
Yeah.
So there's a series of supermarkets in the area that have little ponds just as like an aesthetic thing on the side of the building, and he admitted that throughout the years as a hobbyist he would occasionally...
He's like, all those goldfish you see in all those ponds? He's like, he smiled and he's like...
yeah. And I know the goldfish that he's talking about. I legitimately do. Some of them are like the size of friggin' koi at this point.
But anyways, he was like, could you set me up with a tank? And we were like, and he's like, how about $100 would be for, he's like pointing at like a 10-gallon aquarium, and he's like, $100, would that be enough? And we were like,
Yeah.
We don't want, but we were like, we don't. That's too much money. I mean, in a way, we were like, we didn't want it. The joy that you could see. That's my point. That was the point of bringing it up. Was what you were saying there. Is that like the joy that you could see in his eyes, and it's like I just want to give it to him for free. I don't want any money. I just take it because he's gonna get so much joy out of it. But that's the hard part about it sometimes, you know.
But I do want to say the other thing about that actually made me sad, because I pick up on details and I tend to like study things a little too much. But he mentioned that if his kids were still young, he would have brought them. But I noticed no wedding ring, no marking. He lives up the street in a pretty big house, and it turns out one of his daughters lives with him. But like, he just seemed kind of lonely, and he ended up coming back.
Yeah, day before yesterday, and I was like walking through the house, and I saw him walking out of our garage. Like he was in our garage, like looking at we have like a wall of 10s and 20s, so 20 longs and 10s, and just you guys have seen the videos. It's a wall, and I see him going, and I'm like, who's this guy? And I realized exactly who it was very quickly, and I go out there and I'm like, I call his name out, and I stopped him and just talked to him for a while and learned more about the neighborhood and the history and stuff like that. But he was offering me $100 again. He's like, I'll give you $100 right now, and I'm like, I don't even want the money. I mean,
no, I want to give him a 10.
Yeah, set him up with a little, a nice 10 or 20, something reasonable.
20
I'd rather have a 20 because of the more water column. It's just a little bit more stable water column.
A 20 high with a group of the hardier reservoir. Yes, I saw. 1 minute. 1 minute.
No, keep talking. There's just so many awesome people in the chat I want to say hi to.
Yes, I know.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I have a group of angels growing out.
I'm learning. Go ahead.
I have a group of angels growing out that I want to use for breeding at some point, but they aren't all breeding quality. So I thought I would take one of the nasty little buggers where I'm just like, you don't even deserve a mate. You just should be on your own and like rule your tank. I want to give him a 20 high with one of those, and like a group of our hardier reservoir when we get them grown out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that would be ideal.
And lots and live plants, some basic. Some anubias, some swords, something that he doesn't have to worry about. No crazy stem plants are going to melt on him or something if he does a bad water change or something. Yeah.
Yes. And Chris, we would love to send you a Cacatoides just because, again, like I said, I want to see one of my babies getting its best life. And you mentioned an ADA, so please just take the fish.
Yeah.
DM me on Instagram, hon.
Yeah, and then I'm like, what plants are you going to put in there? That's what I want to know.
I just
what plants?
Like, no offense to either of us and our film abilities, I just want to see one of those little babies growing out in like one of his scapes with his.
We'll give a pair or group.
Whatever he wants.
Yeah,
he might not want a pair. Maybe he doesn't want to deal with babies. That's a fair choice if you don't want to deal with babies. Another thing I want to say about epistos, because I'm talking epistos apparently today. A lot of people think they need to be in pairs. No, especially if you have a male and they're a dither fish, they will feel like they are king of that tank. They just need a job. It doesn't have to be a mate, even if the job is just protect my domain. That's kind of. Go ahead.
Oh no! I was reading what Jason was saying about the goldfish, and I was also thinking there's the mixed sides to that of like putting them, taking them and putting them out into the wilds. There's a mix.
I think that as long as there's because he even said, and this was kind of like very interesting. He goes, I don't know, is that wrong of me to have been releasing them? And I was like, well, those are closed ponds. They're not near any waterways. Nah, I don't think you're doing anything wrong, really, because they're literally privately owned supermarket little, just like man-made ponds. I don't know.
So I want to say hi to a bunch of people that just came up in here. I don't feel like I've said hi to. Zebra Finch, how are you? Trinity Phoenix, good to see you in the stream. I also have Gnarly Fish Tanks. Did I say hi to Don Gallagher? I want to say hi to Don Gallagher as well. And Herp Diversity, welcome to the stream. Yeah. So I know that. What was my other dream? Oh, another crazy dream. It's not too fish related. Is tissue culture cloning, and Jason knows my pains and my struggles. But tissue culture cloning, it's a dream of mine to actually just, at this point, to just successfully do meristem tissue culture cloning and multiplication from meristem. True tissue culture cloning.
A video, I just want to interrupt. A video I want to see from Jason is what to do when your significant other is getting into tissue culture cloning. Because,
down the rabbit hole. I'm calling it the tissue culture rabbit hole.
in the middle of the night, I roll over and his phone's lit up, and I'm like, what is he doing at 3 in the... He's looking...
At lab equipment.
I'm going back to bed. Just don't talk to me.
I'm looking at
Look at your beakers.
I'm
Leave
looking
me
at
alone.
synthetic plant hormones and lab equipment. Sorry, honey.
Oh, God.
I mean, there's a lot worse things. It's like there's that meme.
Oh, for
there's that
sure.
meme of like the wife that's peeking her head around the corner in the middle of the night, and she thinks her husband's like watching something else in the middle of the night, and he's watching like fish stuff, and she's
I
like,
mean, that's kind of what I was just getting at.
yeah. Oh boy.
And he's on Amazon, the glow of the beakers as he's... what are you doing?
500 milliliter beakers.
Pressure cooker. Look at this autoclave. I'm like, no. No, put your autoclave away and look at the picture of this cat. That's what I've been doing.
Right, and then she sends, every time I show her something like that, I get like a cute cat video.
Yeah.
And I'm just, it's like, that's her weapon of choice.
No,
is
you know.
Cute animal, cat, and dog videos.
I just want to say, you better know I love you.
And if that, if that fails, then you pull out the horrible family photo,
Awkward family photos.
Yeah, and I'm just like, ah!
On Instagram, awkward family photos is amazing. No, you need to know how much I love you by the fact that I did not force that cat upon you. I work as a foster for a local rescue, and they're going to euthanize this guy because he's 23 and diabetic, and he's been there for 1.5 years. And the pictures of this cat, you can hear Sarah McLachlan playing as you look at it.
They've posted the saddest.
Didn't post them. They sent
They've got
it
the
to me.
saddest pictures of this cat ever. This cat's got like, looks like this.
He has a sad face.
And then it's got the cage right in front of him like he's in prison with bars, and he's just with the bars, and I'm just like, yeah, of course, yeah, show me that picture. That's the picture. No.
Look at that cat!
Oh,
You can
thank God I'm on focus. Oh no.
Sarah McLachlan playing.
No.
His name is Bubba Mason, and I really
Anyways, let's talk about tissue culture cloning again.
But that is how you know. The fact that I haven't brought this thing home for poor Joseph to just deal with. Look at that face.
No, anyway, so tissue culture cloning, I mean, really, it's very diligent work to have to sit there and you're literally cutting away, you're dissecting the plant into little pieces, and that's something that really makes Amber want to cry because she names her plants, and I'm over here, I'm ready to do some like Frankenstein and just like cut this plant apart into nothing, but it's very meticulous work, and kind of got to be quick, precise, clean, and yeah, and beyond that, I need to learn a lot. So I'm trying to do that. So I look forward to that. But that's kind of the fish come first. I think that's one thing here in the house. It's one of our like house rules, is the fish come first. They really have to. We have so many fish in this house, and there's more and more coming every day, every day. Hundreds. At this point, it's like at least like 50 to 100 fish a day as these fish are like spawning on us. So yeah, we have a lot of work to do. And she said something about being a farmer. I'm like, Amber, you are a farmer.
I don't have a cat though.
Now she wants a cat. She's like, she's not a farmer
no, I
without
want
a
that
cat.
You don't understand. This same rescue that I work for sent me all these kitten pictures, and I'm like, oh, they're cute, but somebody will want them. And then they sent me a picture of him, and I was like, meep, meep. He has a week left.
You are
on
a
the
farmer.
chopping block.
Yes. Oh, I don't want it to go there. Don't do this. You're gonna do this on my. You're gonna do this right now. So put the pressure on me.
If he would side with me.
Oh, where is Papa Hardnett?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Let's see.
Hopefully doing something fun.
Streetwise wanted to know if you're gonna be Poison Ivy for Halloween. What?
I've actually discussed that. I've wanted to be Poison Ivy for Halloween with Pothos.
Oh, with the Pothos, that's why. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I want to be a scary fish. I want to be an angler fish. But I'd have to make like a very elaborate thing, and at that point I'd have to make it with recycled products because I'm poor. So it'd have to be some crazy like paper mache like fish with like chicken wire. and I just want to be this big with gnarly teeth, some like crazy ugly anglerfish with big gnarly teeth and this dangly little thing in front of me. There's Papa Hardin. Here he is. I'm right here watching everything. Well, that's good.
I am still working on and having him let me. The cat has like a couple good months left. He's 23 and diabetic. I mean, come on.
I think my dad has a cat like that.
He had to get rid of her.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
So, but I'm sure he understands my pain and desire to have lizard food wandering around, snuggling. Because that's really what cats are, depending on the size of your lizard.
I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat a little bit here. I know it's bad. I'm being bad. I'm not supposed to read the chat. But I don't know. Is there any questions from anybody? Anything that's going on in the house? Any of the projects we got going on? I mean, we're trying to keep it up on dreams and stuff, but whatevs. Anybody have any questions? Anything like that? Sandy Daughtry was saying, looking forward to the video of the cat coming home. Jesus. Oh, the anglerfish with the dangly thing was the... Okay. Yeah.
I'm telling you. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. I'll never try to bring home a dog.
Monty, not Monty. You mean the monk is named... Monty is the name? Is that what you named your monk?
Monty is a plant.
Oh, yes, the cat will eat Monty.
No, it was kept at home. No, it was found when they went and found it. His owner had been deceased for a week, and he was locked in a house with the owner and all of her plants, and he didn't eat either of them.
Mr. B told me to stop reading the chat.
Thank you, Mr. B. He's not gonna listen, but I appreciate it.
I'm not listening.
You never listen.
I'm not listening. Sharpies, Miles, and Aquatics, what is up? I made it into your stream there for a second earlier, doing some editing, trying to get a little bit more serious with my content. That's another dream of mine. To actually consistently do content like twice to 3 times a week. I mean, I'm doing it twice a week technically, including in the live stream, but I really prefer doing edited videos. I just think that I just enjoy it, honestly. I enjoy it. I enjoy making videos. So we got stuff coming. I don't know. The month of July, I look forward to getting a little bit hardcore. We've both been trying to do Instagram every day. Right now, that's kind of our goal right now. It's Instagram every day.
That was my goal. He stole it because he wanted to be competitive.
No, I was looking at my schedule, and I'm like, what days of the week do I want to do Instagram? And if you really think about Instagram as a platform, if you're trying to really utilize it for anything, I mean, like pushing stuff or whatever, trying to grow. I was like thinking you got to do, like, some people do like 5 or 6 times a day. So it was like I got to do something every day. So it's good, been nice too, because I need that push. That push is nice. I've enjoyed that motivation to create little pieces of content, even if it's a 12, 5, 6, 7 second, 20 second, 30 second piece of video or a couple of nice edited pictures. It's nice to get that stuff. It's just keeping me going. And I feel like with content creation or anything in life, the more you do something, the easier it gets. And the more I'm creating content every day and constantly editing video and pictures every day, it just makes it easier. And it's not so much work anymore. It's always been fun, but it just gets easier, yeah. Monty the Monk, James says.
Oh.
Yes, a question. Corey suggested a high temperature.
Well, if you mean the chipmunk, the cat would not be going outside. His vision's not very good, so I don't think. And I worry too much.
Corey, okay. Small Fry Aquatics has a question about Corey suggestions for high temperature. Is that an ancistrus, hypancistrus tank?
Do you want to?
I don't have an answer for that. For
Sterbi,
Corey's?
Aldolphi, any of the stripes, so orange, laser, any of the laser stripe Corys are very,
like
all of the man developed Corys as well are going to be harder to higher temperatures. They can all withstand up to like 85.
Alright. Okay. Well, there you go. That's a good answer.
But the main thing to keep in mind too with Corys is they can also withstand higher temperatures if you supplement with additional air. because a lot of times that's the issue.
You'll see them going if you don't have enough. They'll go to the top for air.
Well, that's the issue with higher temperatures in cories, is the higher the temperature, the more oxygen depletion you have in the water. So you want to supplement an air stone. If you're going to go above 80 with cories, an air stone is a really, really good idea.
Very nice. Very good tip there. Ed from Chattanooga. Ed, you take care. You have a good one. Oh, what was he saying? I need to head out and hug my cats. All right. Well, you take care, Ed. You have a good one.
Ooh, G-Bear said chipmunks bring Lyme disease because of ticks. I've actually found when I befriend monks, if I leave out a little pie plate of sand and diatomaceous earth, it gets rid of the ticks and the mites and fleas, so then they can come into the house with you, because I've had a few in living situations where I had sliding patio doors. And you remember my last place I had a monk?
Well, I don't remember it visually, but I
we were
know
dating.
of...
Yes, I would often, I didn't tell him this at the time, but I would often leave the kitchen slider open and she would bring in her 3 little babies and hang out in the kitchen with me.
She's trying to talk me into a chipmunk door for the garage, and then it just turned into a whole idea.
This was your idea.
Well,
your idea.
What are they gonna do? A little nest in your personal belongings? So I was like, okay, so we make a little chipmunk door that comes like a little tunnel that brings them in. So before they can get into the garage, they basically will have like a little plexiglass window, but they'll have like their own little look like a little playhouse almost. But it's like have like their own little thing with a plexiglass window, so you can see into it and see what's going on. You can throw some LED lights up in that stuff. And then you can make an opening where they could come into the house maybe. But she wanted a refuge so that they could get away from the cats. And I'm like, they live under the house.
Well, they live in the house. They live between the siding and the
yeah, they live
house.
between the flashing and the underneath of the house and stuff like that. Yeah.
But once I have my pond set up in the garage, my 300-gallon Oscar pond, and I've put in my rug and my chairs and my little love seat that I'm going to put in there and have my little pond seating area, I want to be able to lounge out there with my monks. You're not listening.
I'm reading the chat. No, but I know the story, so I'm like letting you tell the story to them.
Keep in mind, I did just tell him what's
going
in the garage. This happened, whether he was listening or not.
It's not going to happen. We haven't decided on any of this.
Oh, we have, because I have all the stuff.
No. Anyway, so the...
already decided.
Oh, well, some of that, yes. But, okay. And then Herb Diversity was saying, is there any aquarium fish that can be overwintered outside besides native fish and darters? I mean,
2 things. It depends on where you live in the country. And, yes, because if Lucas Bretz can figure out how to thermal insulate his outdoor tubs for Indiana...
You can overwinter them, but you need some depth. You need 2 or 3 feet.
No, his aren't.
Well, they're insulated more than that.
That's the point. You can rig them. They don't have to be... And so it depends on what you mean by overwintering. If you just want to throw a lid on it and call it good...
Probably not. But it was really interesting what we were seeing in the beer tubs outside, and I kind of want to make a video about it one time.
They're not beer tubs.
Well, that's what I call them. That's traditionally what they're party tubs. They're usually used for ice and cokes and beers and stuff for parties. It's usually what they sell them for.
They're a poor kid's swimming pool.
A poor kid's swimming pool. Okay. Anyways, what was I saying? Did I forget what I was saying?
I grew up with that.
No. So, what I was talking about was temperature. It was really interesting that during the heat of the day, we wanted to check some temperatures before we were going to put fish in some of these beer tubs, these party tubs, these grow out tubs. Anyways, and we were using the digital thermometer at the surface, and we were getting pretty high temperatures at the surface. But if you put your hand in there, the first 2 inches, 2.5 inches, were definitely warmer temperatures in the high 80s. But then when you go down to the bottom, even though these are just beer tubs sitting right on the ground, no insulation, they're not buried at all, we go down to the bottom, and it's a 10 degrees difference, at least 10-degree difference for sure. So just keep that in mind. They're mixed. If you get some depth, and you don't have to necessarily bury them, they can. If the fish they'll regulate themselves. They'll go to the bottom. They'll go where they're happy. I think that it's not as critical. We were more worried that we were gonna cook fish in these tubs, and I was very surprised that in the heat of the
We
day
didn't
they
cook
were
fish in
actually
those
cooler than I
tubs,
thought.
but our law-breaking neighbors and their firework that landed into the fridge.
Well, that is going to be in the video tomorrow. But yeah, but this is actually, I will say it because it is, to me, it's a public service announcement really for all of you out there that have summer tubs and outdoor ponds and outdoor grow out tubs and anything of any size, honestly. So the other night, we got the neighbors across the street. They're real special neighbors in our neighborhood. It's a really nice neighborhood, but something special is going on across the street, and well, that's about all I'm going to say about that part. But they've been pre-gaming the 4th of July already 3 or 4 days in a row, like last week, and it was like the third night in a row of fireworks, and they're using some larger bottle rockets. She claims this size stuff is not legal here. I'm not, anyways. But that's not like your regular little bottle rockets. They were, the larger ones, the bigger ones, the longer sticks, Anyways, so the other day she comes up to me and she's like, you know what? I had something I wanted to show you. There was something that I found in one of the tubs, and all of the guppies are dead in the tub. And she hands me this thing, and it's a round cardboard casing with a bunch of material still inside of it, packing material and stuff it was a very large bottle rocket. And I was like, I knew exactly what it was right away, and I knew as soon as I told her she was gonna lose it. And I was like, that's a firework, and she will only be the one neighbor across the street doing this. And she went across the street and threw it in their yard. Right? You threw it in their yard? Where'd you throw it? Did you put it in their garbage can?
They don't have a garbage can. They have the giant dump trailer.
Oh, the front yard. But anyways, so yeah. And I was worried that she was going to go to the front door. I'm like, Amber, no. But she didn't.
Only
like the restaurant. If King and Queen Cichlids, Scott and Liz were in here, they would know what we're talking about.
I just want to say I am right here on firesafetyvermont.gov, and it says, in Vermont, all fireworks, not including sparklers or other novelty smoke devices, are illegal except for permitted, supervised public firework displays. Sparklers less than 14 inches long.
6 minutes.
And novelty sparkling items limited to snakes, party poppers, glowworms, smoke devices, string poppers, snappers, or drop pops are in compliance. So if you see a video on his channel of me going over and reaming them a new one for endangering my fish again with fireworks, it's because they're breaking the law.
Okay, well, I have 6 minutes left to go.
They killed my guppies.
So King and Queen Cichlids is going up next? I'm being very daft right now. Yes. Okay, so that's awesome. Scott and Liz, because I didn't see him in here at all right now. I feel like I'm blind, but no, I didn't see him. But anyways, that is my public service announcement to you all. Definitely cover up your ponds. I mean, whether it's legal or it's not, people are still going to do stuff all over the place.
Not if it's illegal and you call the cops on them.
Okay, either way, things are going to fall from the sky on the 4th of July and maybe some other days, but specifically the 4th of July. And if you have grow out tubs, grow out ponds, tubs, anything like that, if you have the ability to cover it up for 4th of July, I would cover it up, because those 25 gallons of water, and that bottle rocket actually it landed on top of...
On our roof.
But it landed on top of the screen that she had that was actually covering it. So just some of the powder from the thing fell into the water, really.
But it rolled down from the roof on the garage.
Yeah, it rolled down, and then because she had them alongside the house.
Is that a fire hazard? I didn't ask you that. Could that have, lit stuff up?
Everything's a fire hazard. Anything like that's a fire... Anyways, I don't have much time left in the stream. Anyway, so definitely, if you do have tubs like that, I would say try to protect them. I mean, you got to protect your stuff one way or the other, whether or not someone's breaking the law or whatever it is. But fireworks falling from the sky can definitely kill your fish and your tubs and your summer tubs and your ponds and stuff like that. Sorry, not to cut you off, but I think I have about 4 minutes left. So we have King and Queen Cichlids going on next. Candy Overhauls is up in here. Good to see you. Thank you for throwing out all of the links. Thank you to everybody that hung out here today. I do want to say thank you again for to all of my members out there, to all of my moderators that help out so much in the chat, to all of my Patreons over on Patreon, starting to spin off some more content over there on Patreon, to all of you that check out our content over on Instagram, and I'm like 10 or 11 followers away from 1,000. So if you're not following me on Instagram, it's JH_aquatics, and I'm just trying to get to 1,000. Because I've been trying really hard for a while, and I have not been pushing. I haven't been trying hard. I've wanted it for a while, and I haven't been trying hard, but I've been pushing pretty hard in the last week, and yeah, it's been fun.
You're just trying to beat me now.
There's nothing. There's not. It's
because of that shameless plug. You should all unfollow him on Instagram immediately.
some healthy competition. It's
not healthy when it's with me. I made a competition.
It's healthy
with the
competition
lawns on my
because
own.
we live together.
I've had 3 neighbors now compliment me on the grass. It's going well. The lawn's coming along. I'm gonna get the best dad lawn of the year award.
She wants the best dad.
I want the dad of the year award.
The year award.
No, I just want the dad award.
Well,
Be out there grilling and licking
we will
my
have the
lawn.
greenest. We will have the greenest grass in the neighborhood. That's for sure. Yeah. So, oh yeah, Priscilla's throwing out your Instagram now. She's also
Thank you, Priscilla.
Amber's been throwing out a lot of her food Instagram stuff as well, and keep that in mind. We're got this coming up in the month of July. Sometime in the first week or 2 of July, we're going to be doing a cooking with Amber. And the only reason I want to do this is because I will be honest, and I'm not I'm not exaggerating. She cooks a very good food, and she cooks really good food all the time, and that's no joke. It's no joke. I was very surprised, and I did not really. I had to move here to really know that. Yeah, and then Vermont also has like some of the best ingredients in the world, so it really just makes it even better. So, yeah. It just makes sense to do like a cooking with Amber thing. And it would be fun because we'll keep it very fish related. We'll go ahead and make our way, because the fish room is right there next to the kitchen, and we can bounce back and forth, answer questions. I could take requests. We can look at different fish. We can check stuff out, and at the same time learn a cool recipe or two. We had risotto last night, and there was a local farmer that hooked us up with some bricks of mushrooms. So we've been growing out some pink oyster mushrooms. And I didn't get a picture of that, and I should have had that for Instagram, but I really didn't want to put that on my Instagram. But she cooked up some pink oyster mushrooms, and we had a what was that? What kind of cheese was that? Asiago cheese, a risotto. That was really nice. So stuff like that would be really cool to throw up there. Even the quesadillas. I kind of want to just do the quesadillas as like a first one. Something like that. Anyways, I know we're getting right there. We're probably even over the hour mark. Haley just made it up in here with 1 minute to go. Haley, she made it here just in time. So everybody make your way over to King and Queen Cichlids. It's going to be an awesome stream. I know it for sure. We're going to be over there. We're going to pop in and check everything out. Definitely come over there and say hi. But thank you guys again. Thank you to all of you that help out so much in the chat. To all of you that support me on my channel and through other platforms. And just all of your motivation. All your motivational support, just pushing me along, all the comments in the videos and stuff. I haven't been moving too super hot on
Holy
on the
cow,
platform,
Priscilla. Well done with links.
But it's a passion project, and it's a labor of love more than anything. So I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, and the fish aren't going anywhere either. So what do we got up in here? Oh, Priscilla's throwing out all the links to the risotto and everything else. All right, you guys make your way over to King and Queen Cichlids. Thank you to all of you. Thank you so much. Have anything to say?
No, just thank you once again for listening to the nonsensical rambling that was so off topic, but we had fun as always.
Alrighty, and you guys keep your eyes open for the video coming out tomorrow. Just a little update of everything going on, and all of the tubs and the fish that are in them outside in the backyard is coming out tomorrow. It's coming out super early this morning, so don't miss that. But we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. We'll see you guys over with Scott and Liz over at King and Queen Cichlids. And remember, guys, keep your tanks clean, your fish fed, and have fun.